Hi, good afternoon to all. I welcome each one of you to see the third paper wherein I'm going to showcase to you how the database searches are being taken care of, and the way of writing in wherein they are trying to go ahead with the database searches and write a systematic literature study for themselves. Now this is the paper written by Samire Jalali and Claes Wohlin, and again this is the not a very old paper that I have selected. Here you will see that the authors are basically focusing on database searches and snowballing. Okay, by method they have taken up to write a systematic literature review paper for this one. Now again, as I said, I'm not going to read the entire paper. However, the main things wherein they are focusing on the research method as to how to go ahead with the search methods, and how to go ahead and report it in a particular paper that you are going to write it. Now here you will see that they have focused more on the Google Scholar, and look at the research questions that they are talking about. Now the research question is, to what extent do we find the same research papers using two different review approaches? To what extent do we come to the conclusion using the two different review approaches also? So here if you look, they have focused more on Google Scholar, and they have used it only once, and there is another software, and I'm not interested in sharing about the other software. What I'm interested is the way they have gone ahead, used those things so that they can give you the results. Now have a look at it. The first comparison relates to the number of papers that were found in the two studies, number one, and they use the database. You will see that yes, how many papers were downloaded, how many papers were taken, how many papers were in common, and how many turned out to be the unique papers, unless and until you don't use. So this is especially using the Google Scholar. So you will see that the way they have grilled out, and look at the table. Number of papers in two different studies, study number one, study number two, initial papers 489 plus 45, relevant, how many they found. Just see, out of so many they just found out 489 grilled down to 40, from 45 to 41. Analyzed 26 plus 27, unique turned out to be only 26. Similarly for study number 2, 64 and 45. Now look at the numbers. Now I was amazed to see that I am going ahead with so many papers, and I'm just grilled down to unique one turned out to be only 15 of them. So this is how you are supposed to understand, and using only one. So you can understand, it's not that okay, I'll go ahead and use a multiple number of databases and then I can write. No, the answer is for us that you use only one of them also. However, you need to understand what are your research questions and how you are going to showcase your results. So you will see that number one, they have showcased it using the number of papers. Then you will see the next one, number of papers over the years. So in 1990, how many? 2000, how many? Like if you go to WOS, I think rather than showcasing it in a paper, I should take you to the website directly and give you overview as to how they are depicting and how nicely you can go ahead and download those visualizations, as well as the data sheet which is available in the form of CSV or Excel format. That also you can do. Second comparison, number of papers over 2 years. Now this is called as customization in Google Scholar. If you have ever attended the advanced research workshop for Google Scholar, you will see that these things have been given to you as a training, or as a I should say a development program, where you understand how to take out the information as per your relevance and then carry forward. So I thought, okay, okay, yesterday I showed for Microsoft Academic. Then I think I even showcased Google Scholar at the basic level earlier, and maybe I need to go ahead with the advanced form of Google Scholar also to do your own database search, so that you come up with the better output for or the results for your systematic literature paper. Now similarly, distribution of the research types. Now this is another form which I really like it. The distribution of papers, first comparing the only the papers, secondly you can go ahead and you can do it by year wise, month wise choices here. Now look at the next one, distribution of the research types. Now this also they are taking care. How? Evaluation results. Now if you want to understand how the paper has been written, you can go ahead and prepare a nice table for evaluation research, validation research, solution proposal, concept proposal, all philosophical paper, then experience paper, then what you call it as the opinion paper. Now this is where I remember Neeraj sir a lot, because you see in any of the workshop, if you are attending of Neeraj sir, you will see that he will start off with the different kind of variables, then he will grill himself down to the formation of the scales, or even if he is not touching upon, the question comes in and then he starts off with the differences between formative and reflective scales, and there he talks about what opinions are and what rational way we can go ahead to prepare our own scales and to understand those two topics also. So opinion papers, how do you recognize them? These are also given to you. So you see, you don't have to go for such a long thing. This is done at the systematic literature review level itself. So if you are planning to write, every author, every editor who is looking at it, look for these clues. Apart from the database, have they used these kind of distribution of research types also in while they're writing the paper? You will understand it while they are let's say introducing the paper, or when they are talking about this kind of a thing, distribution of papers itself. These are the nice concepts which each one of us must understand and proceed further, even before going ahead with meta-analysis or meta-synthesis, or even for review of literature. If you have understood this thing, then writing a review of literature or finding out a gap, going ahead with the hypothesis setting for your own objectives or the research questions will become much more easier. So these are one more thing that I really wanted to showcase, thanks to certain people who raised the question with respect to the databases. Now have a look at it. Now if you are able to do this kind of a comparison, those I should say databases like WOS, Google, if you know how to go ahead with the Google Analytics or Amazon research also, these kind of a tables are given to you immediately and you are able to come up. Now for example, WOS talks about countries. Now it gives you the complete thing, how this particular problem has been taken care of in Lebanon, how many authors are there, whether those authors are also connected or not. These kind of discussions are being taken care in some of the databases. So I think this is what I wanted to showcase in this particular paper, and you can see depending upon the only the visualizations, they did not do, I wouldn't call this to be a distributive study. This is basically the visualizations and the comparative study they have done using only Google Scholar. So you see, if somebody asks me, should I just use WOS, Google Scholar, or 3-4, it's up to you. You want to take maximum. However, even if you can use just one, you can grill down yourself, and understand as to how many things can be taken care of within that particular paper. And this paper, I think they haven't written less than 5,000 words. It's more than that, as you can see, and you will understand. And I love love this paper because the visualizations, number one, number two, the depth of it, the way they have conceptualized the entire paper to make you understand just the snowballing as well as the database search using the Google Scholar. So that becomes much more easier for us to understand. And this is a technical paper from the Department of the Engineering which I showed to you. Let me come up with yet one more paper, or maybe I should show you something else in my next video with respect to the databases itself. Till then, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.